In this tutorial, we will go over editing text, editing images, and moving and resizing content. So we left off adding content. So I want to show you how to add two more things before we show you how to edit. When you're adding a calendar, all the calendars that you have access to show up in your Google Calendar app. So we'll click a calendar right here. You can add more than one calendar. I'll click two. You can insert both of them at the same time. And you can look at the options of how it displays here. Showing the title or not, showing the date, navigation buttons, view mode, I like looking at that, month, press done. And this is perfect for a classroom website. You put your Google Calendar right here. You add any various calendars onto the same gadget. And when you look at it, students can see everything that's going on in your class. They can also choose between calendars by clicking a drop down. And they can also choose on how they look at it, week, month, or agenda. And lastly, adding a Google map. Just click map, and here you have two choices, maps or my maps. For maps, just type anywhere in, Disneyland. Zoom out a little bit, drop a place mark. And when you press select, the map, not only does it go on to the website, it's dynamically there. It's not just an image. What I mean by that is when you're looking at the live site, people visiting the website can move around on this map and can zoom in and zoom out. And they can even view it in a larger window. But the part that I love is the My Maps. I'm going to delete this map right here and click My Maps. And if there's a previous map that you created for class, I'm a social studies teacher, it's perfect for social studies. You may have place markers all over the map. When you click on a place mark, I'll show you what I mean. This actually is not my map, so I don't really remember what it is, but it's a map that another teacher created. I believe it's an English teacher. Okay, you can zoom in. I have it for my imperialism chapter. I have a different pin in each part of the country, each part of the world. And when you click the pin, a name and description pops up. Or on my imperialism map, an image, a link, and a description pop up. So it's really great. There's so many different things you can do with it. This is, I think, for an English class, and they had different pins on the map based on what they were reading at the time. Okay, so we went over how to insert all sorts of different content. Anything in Google Drive is also in this part. Google Doc, a Google Slide, a Google Sheet. And remember, anytime you change that item in your Google Drive, for instance, if you have a Google Doc and you insert it onto your website, when you change the Google Doc in your Drive, it automatically is updated onto the website. Same thing with a slide, a spreadsheet, a form. You can give quizzes right on the website by inserting a form right on the website and have the students take that form as a quiz right on the website. It's really neat. And there's the form. Let's take a look on how to edit all these items, edit the images, move and resize them, and so on and so forth. It's really quick. Basically, each tile you have, let's go all the way back up to our very first tile, a text box. You can move each tile whenever that square, the arrows appear, here or here. Just click and drag, and you can put it wherever you want on the grid. Okay, now we put it here. Do the same thing with an image. Let's move it. Now it's underneath. Move it back. The other thing is now we just combine these two. They're on the same tile. Let's insert another text box. I'm going to show you how to edit the tile. So this is another text box. Now to edit the actual tile, you click this palette. You can emphasize that tile. Let's say we want to emphasize this tile right here. A second emphasis like that. Maybe this tile. Look at both of these are on the same tile, so watch what happens there. And you can also add an image to the background of the tile. Let's say we want an image to the back of this tile. Image. And you could either search it, and that will go on to the background of the tile. It's pretty awesome, really. So each tile you can either, and we'll look at a preview to see how this looks right now. Each tile you can emphasize, you can leave blank. That's like this one. Actually, I think that's emphasized. Yeah, very slightly gray. You can color it. Now notice it's only going to emphasize in the color that you originally picked your theme at. So if we have our theme color like that, that's how it will emphasize. You can leave it blank. Okay. And you can even add an image. Let's see how it looks. Slightly emphasized, boldly emphasized with the theme and the color. Not emphasized at all. And then an image in the background. Really cool. Very last thing I want to show you, it's very important though. Kind of showed you this already. Just moving everything around. You can, let's say I want this form to be next to the mind map. Just put it right there. Oops. Actually, I knew that would happen. Let's make the form smaller. The form itself, you can make smaller. Okay. So not only can we move the tile, we can move the item. Let's make the map itself smaller. And now that they're both small enough, I can move the map next to it on the same tile. So you can pretty much resize, reshape any item whatsoever and move that item, as long as it fits, onto a new tile, like I just did. And you can also move an entire tile, I should say, like so. Well, let's say we move this one up, and we just reordered it. So just play around with it. It's just a lot of dragging, dropping, and resizing. It's all very intuitive.